Ah, that's embarrassing. Whatever. Oh, that's so sketchy. Oh. Oh, bro, it's just so close. It's so close. It's so close. So close, bro. Hello? Heck? What was that?
You know, if Alex plays this game, he'll have a seizure.
Last I saw, he was on the game.
Yeah, I know. He still plays it.
Oh, what? Like, he's had a seizure from this game before?
No, he just plays it. I don't know what he's waiting for.
Is he trying to shorten his life?
Yeah, I don't think Alex really cares.
No. I feel bad, though. That must be so annoying. I gotta look it. Oh. No, no, no! Oh my god. I know how the game goes, because I was in.
They added 100 men versus 1 gorilla game in Roblox.
Of course. Oh, what the? makes me so angry. Let's go! Oh my god! I beat it. I myself am not going to be very confident in my neighbor going again. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're sick. Yeah, and they're like, it's a sick don't come. Yeah. Right? Makes sense. But I asked Akshay to get me food. Because I thought it was going. But it was raining and I didn't want to go. So I told him, can you get me on the way? And he went to Nine. Sorry, 9G.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm gonna lay in my bed.
And I asked him before I even knew he got pizza. And I didn't tell anyone. Why? Are you paying for it? Are you paying for it? Huh? I'm using my wallet money. What you're saying again before you see, anytime I spend out of my wallet, let me see a chair. Oh, are you spending out of your wallet? Yeah, out of my cash. I don't get. I'm supposed to get money back from mommy, but she doesn't give me. Okay. I didn't know you had a hard job. If you get me money back from mommy, then I'll split. I just want what mommy owes me. You just gotta figure out what you want before our next meal together. Let's see, it's 569.
It too in my ultimate review packet. It's designed to help you practice the equations to make sure you're getting it. It's free. You can download it and do those.
Why wait? Start your MD this September at Ross Med and begin hands-on experience within weeks, not months.
How are you not tired of spending your hard-earned money on a million different productivity apps? Well, here's how you can save and wave goodbye.
Do those questions after you're done watching this video. But right now it's time to pause and fill out topic 2.5 in your study guide. Supply and demand together. So right here is the equilibrium price and quantity. This is the only price where the quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied, and we assume that's where we're going to be in a competitive market. When the price is too high and above equilibrium, then there's a surplus, and eventually prices will fall because sellers have all these extra units. They're going to lower the price so people will buy them. And when the price is below equilibrium and there's a shortage, eventually prices will go up because consumers will bid up those prices. The point is, always assume we're at equilibrium unless something weird's going on in the market, which we'll learn about later in this unit. Economists look at the efficiency of a market by looking at the benefits it provides to buyers and sellers. Consumer surplus is the difference between what consumers are willing to pay, the demand curve, and the equilibrium price. Producer surplus is the difference between the price and how much sellers are willing to sell goods for. Now remember, not only do you have to find these on the graph, you also have to be able to calculate them. It's relatively easy. It's just the equation for a triangle, 1/2 base times height. Now, when you put consumer surplus and producer surplus together, that gives you total surplus. And when this is maximized, the market is efficient. Buyers and sellers are getting as much benefit as they can at this socially optimal quantity. But what happens when we produce less and we're over here? Well, then we end up with deadweight loss, which is lost consumer and producer surplus in an inefficient market. And remember, it can be on either side. If we produce too little, we end up with deadweight loss right here. And if we produce too much, we end up with deadweight loss right here. We're going to come back to this idea later in this unit and in future units. For now, it's important for you just to be able to spot and calculate consumer surplus and producer surplus, which is why you should stop, pause the video, and fill out topic 2.6 on your study guide. Disequilibrium. Just remember, when the price is above equilibrium, the quantity supplied is greater than the quantity demanded, so there's a surplus. And when the price is below equilibrium, the quantity demanded is greater than the quantity supplied, and there's a shortage. A good way to remember that is the price is low, it's short, so there's a shortage. Probably the most important skill in this unit is this next part, showing changes in a market.
You want to talk about a supply and demand problem? I sell ice for a living.
When it comes to these questions, there's 3 steps. Step 1 is draw supply and demand and label the original equilibrium price and quantity. Step 2 is analyze the change. Is it going to affect supply or demand? What's the shifter? Draw and label that new curve, and don't forget to draw an arrow. And step 3 is the most important one. Identify the new equilibrium price and quantity and say what happened. Did price go up or down? Did quantity go up or down? And remember, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to predict what's going to happen when there's a change in a market. What's going to happen to price and quantity?
Ooh, that's a rough business to be in right now. I mean, that is really... that's unfortunate.
Let's practice. Draw a market for ice cream and show what'll happen if the price of cream, an input, significantly decreases. You start with a graph showing the original equilibrium. We're analyzing ice cream and the price of an input fell, so that's going to affect the supply. The supply is going to shift to the right, so make sure to draw and label that and have an arrow. Now label the new equilibrium price and quantity, and the bottom say price went down and the quantity went up. Now, I know it seems like there's a lot going on here, but remember, there's only 4 things that can happen. Demand can increase, demand can decrease, supply can increase, or supply can decrease. It's easy, except when there's double shifts. Sometimes you might see a question that explicitly tells you that both demand and supply shifted. When you see that, remember the double shift rule. When 2 curves shift at the same time, either price or quantity is going to be indeterminate. In other words, you won't be able to tell. It could go up or it could go down. Let's practice. Assume you have a question that says the demand's going to fall and the supply is going to fall. What's going to happen to price and quantity? To get the answer, just draw the graphs. Remember, when in doubt, graph it out. A decrease in demand will cause the price to go down and the quantity to go down, and a decrease in supply will cause the price to go up and the quantity to go down. So no matter what happens, the quantity is definitely going to decrease. The price might go up, it might go down, so that's the one that's indeterminate. Or your teacher might use the term ambiguous. Either way, you don't know. It might go up, might go down. You can't tell. But remember, this is only for double shifts. When it comes to single shifts, you know exactly what's going to happen. Either price goes up or down, quantity's going to go up or down. Double shifts, something's going to be indeterminate. At this point, you definitely need to practice. So let's see what you know. Take a look at topic 2.7 on your study guide. Good luck. 2.8, we're talking about how government intervention affects demand and supply. It all starts with the idea of price controls, when the government artificially keeps prices above or below equilibrium. This is the idea of a price ceiling or a cap on prices. At first glance, you probably thought it's going to help consumers because it keeps prices down, but that also means producers are not going to produce as much stuff, so we're going to end up with a shortage. But the real question is, can you spot consumer surplus, producer surplus, and deadweight loss? Here they are: consumer surplus, producer surplus, and deadweight loss, because we're not producing the socially optimal quantity and this market is inefficient. The opposite of this is a price floor, which keeps prices artificially high. The government is saying you can't lower the price below a certain level. The result is that consumers are worse off, so here's consumer surplus and here's producer surplus, and again we have deadweight loss. But like I said before, being able to spot them is important. You also have to be able to calculate them, which you're going to do inside the study guide. But watch out here, teachers and professors love giving you a price ceiling or a price floor that's in the wrong spot. For example, your next quiz or test will have a question where it says, what happens when there's a price ceiling above equilibrium? The answer is nothing. It's not binding. It has no effect. It's like if the government told gas stations they can't sell gas for more than $200 a gallon. No one's trying to do that, so it's not going to affect the market. Just remember that price ceilings are only binding if they're below equilibrium, and price floors are binding when they're above equilibrium. Now let's take all these concepts you learned and apply them to the idea of taxes. A per unit tax on producers will cause the supply curve to shift to the left because producers now have higher costs. That vertical distance is the amount of the tax per unit. The result is that consumers pay a higher price, but that's not the price that sellers receive. Remember, the sellers have to pay that tax, so this is the price that sellers receive because that vertical distance is the amount of the tax per unit. Now you multiply that tax times the quantity, that gives you the total tax revenue that goes to the government. Let me explain that again in case you're confused. Before the tax, all the money that consumers spent, the total expenditures, was equal to the total revenue the sellers received. After the tax, the total amount that consumers spent is here, but sellers only got to keep this total amount because the rest went to the government. Does it make sense? Now you should also be able to spot and calculate consumer surplus, producer surplus, and deadweight loss. Again, I'm gonna have you do the calculations inside the study guide. For now, let's see if you can spot them. Try to find consumer surplus, producer surplus, and deadweight loss.
Empower your students to be more authentic, impactful writers with Grammarly's comprehensive AI writing assistance. Use it to help students
after the tax. After the tax, consumer surplus is here, producer surplus is here. And if that original quantity is socially optimal, then here is the deadweight loss. Now, there's one more thing you have to know about taxes. It's the idea of tax incidence, or who pays the tax. Notice the tax increased the price the buyers had to pay, but it also decreased the amount the sellers receive. In other words, both buyers and sellers shared the burden of the tax. The easiest way to spot it is to identify how much of that tax revenue dig into consumer surplus or producer surplus. For example, if the demand is more inelastic than the supply, then consumers pay a higher portion of that tax. And if the supply is more inelastic than the demand, then producers pay a larger portion of that tax. The big takeaway here is the burden of the tax and the amount of deadweight loss depends on the relative elasticity of the demand and supply curves. Now, I know I covered that fast. If you need more help with ceilings and floors or taxes, take a look at my videos on YouTube. But if you can answer the questions in the study guide, you totally understand it, fill out topic 2.8. Good luck. International trade. You know from Comparative Advantage in Unit 1 that countries benefit from trade. And now we can show that using supply and demand. This is a domestic market for sugar, showing the equilibrium price and quantity if we produce sugar in our own country. Question: what happens to the consumer surplus, producer surplus, and deadweight loss if instead we can get sugar at a cheaper world price? Pause the video and see if you can figure it out. At this price, domestic producers will produce this amount, but consumers want more, so we're going to import the rest. The total amount purchased is here, so consumer surplus is this big triangle, this is producer surplus, and there's no deadweight loss. We actually have the opposite of deadweight loss. We have more total surplus because consumers benefit from international trade. But notice who doesn't like international trade? Domestic producers, because producer surplus got smaller. And this is why domestic producers often lobby policymakers to avoid international trade, at least have some tariffs. If there was a tariff of $10, then the world price would go up to $20, consumer surplus would get smaller, the producer surplus would get bigger, and this is the tariff revenue that goes to the government. And that tariff would cause deadweight loss, which is these two triangles right here. If you're still confused, take a look at the international trade video I made on YouTube. But right now, let's see what you know. Fill out topic 2.9 on your study guide. Done with your study guide, but you probably should still practice. I suggest you go back to the Ultimate Review Packet and do the multiple choice questions for this unit and fill out the practice sheet for elasticity. Try all those questions and look at the answer key to see if you got them right. Okay, that's it for Microeconomics Unit 2. If this video helped you, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time.
Don't forget, race and shift the car! Yar!
Business
Yo, what up?
Bro, where are you?
I'm at my dad's right now.
Uh,
Fucking fried as shit.
bro, how long have you been here?
No, I was here yesterday and today, but my fucking mom. Well, so do you even know the stuff that happened with Danny?
No, what happened?
So pretty much what happened was on Sunday, on Easter, right? My mom was calling Danny's mom just because, like, you know, we all fucking, like, smoke together and shit, and all of our parents know. And she was just letting her know type shit. And I guess when she called her, Danny hopped on the call, and bro started, like, snitching like crazy. He told her where my stash was. He told her that I was drinking cough syrup. He told her he started lying.
Cough syrup?
He said that he told her that he didn't even ever like smoking, and that, like, I forced him to do it and I peer pressured him into doing it. And then he also brought alcohol, a cart, a bunch of different edibles, all that stuff into my house, right? And then proceeded to lie and say that he didn't bring it and that other people and I were the ones who brought it. And he told all that to my mom.
Dude, what happened? Why?
And bro, she trashed the fuck out because what do you know? Since he told her where my stash was, she instantly obviously got the drugs and shit. And she like crashed the fuck out, bro. She took my phone, she took all my shit, she moved my room. I sleep upstairs on an air mattress now. Like, shit's crazy. And also, I've had to be sober. I was 14 days sober, but now I'm fried as a fucking kite. But yeah.
Wait, why?
But yeah, no. And then, bro, this fucking Danny kid almost got, like, once Colin gets back, he can also tell you about it, bro. He almost got jumped, like, 3 separate times, and every time I had to tell them to not do it. Because of being a fucking rat.
You didn't want them to? What?
No, bro, because, okay, so, oh yeah, I guess I should tell you this other little fun part about it. So I guess a few days after this happened, I got my access to my phone. I, like, snuck onto that, and I texted Colin on Tuesday. And I just told him the whole situation, everything. And he then told all the boys, he told, like, everybody, and then they started telling people, and pretty much now everybody fucking hates Danny, right? And he has, like, no friends, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he was so sad about it that he complained to his mom about it. And his mom was so mad that she texted my mom about it. And she started crashing out on my mom about it.
She crashed on your mom? But that's like...
His mom crashed out on my mom because nobody wants to be Danny's fucking friend now and everybody fucking hates him.
Huh.
And he complained to his mom because of it.
Dude, I remember Colin randomly saying... We was, like, in the call one day, and we randomly was like... Oh, Mason said jumping Danny is off. Jumping Danny is no longer happening. I was like, what? I did not understand.
Yeah. But, it's just a crazy story. Because I want to also inform you that literally, like, 2 weeks before all of this happened, actually, I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I think it was literally a week. Steven, Colin, Mason, Tyler, like, everybody dropped Danny. And I was the only person who didn't drop Danny. And I actually stayed being friends with him. And then 2 weeks later, he tells my mom all that shit. And does all that crazy shit.
Yeah, I still sit with Danny at lunch sometimes.
Well, I'm not trying to sway your decision. I'm just trying to explain why the fuck I've been gone for so long.
I know that.
Yeah. Because I don't really want to play the sides game here, but I don't know.
That's
nobody fucks with him, so.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I will say Karma's a fucking bitch, bro.
I mean,
like,
he hasn't done anything to me, so I can't just drop him like that, but I don't really...
Yeah, no, I mean...
I don't, like, hang out with him anyways, so.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean... I don't think you really...
Holy shit, you're back.
Mm-hmm. I was just telling Sid about the whole Danny situation.
Oh yeah, you're now informed, Sid?
Mm-hmm. He's now informed about it all. And wait, Colin, did I tell you about the part where Danny got, I guess, a few days after you sent the message, like after on Tuesday when I hit you up and you like told everybody, like a few days later on Thursday, Danny's mom texted my mom because Danny was upset that nobody wanted to be his friend anymore.
Oh yeah, you were telling me something along
Yeah,
the lines of that.
I think I told you that.
You were telling me how his mom was saying that he didn't have any. Danny told people.
Yeah, he told his mom that he had no friends and like nobody wanted to be friends with her. And his mom started crashing out on my mom and blaming me for it. Which I mean it is like I don't know.
Oh yeah, your dickhead of a fucking son did it to himself.
And no, the crazy thing is Danny's literally his whole reasoning he's doing this. He's schizophrenic. He's thinking that I snitched on Noah. But that's not what happened, because my mom's been knowing that I've been buying off of Noah, because all of our parents do, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like literally for months, bro. I told her about that all the way back in January, like the beginning or the end of January when all the deals for the boutiques and stuff started firing up.
Yeah.
And Danny literally, and I've told him this multiple times, but he's such like a self-centered little fucking prick brat, and he just doesn't fucking comprehend, like, he just doesn't pay attention to anything that's said, so he just forgot that happened, and just assumed that I snitched on Noah. So literally, he did all of that based off of schizophrenia. Pretty much.
Holy shit.
Literally just off of schizophrenia.
Yo. He's a fucking retard. The weed has fried his brain.
But even still, so Danny, oh yeah, I also want to say, I found out more information from Nick and stuff that, Danny apparently, well, we knew that he's been telling different stories to different people. Like, he's not been having the same story. But I guess what happened was, he told Nick, when he talked to Nick about it, he told Nick about the whole Noah situation first. So then Nick was like, man, that's like fucked up though. That's like still fucked up. And Danny was like, well, no, I also had another reason because like I care about him and stuff.
All right, here's the simple explanation that I've come down to. Here's what I've come down to. If he cared about you not doing weed on your antidepressants, he would have said something about 4 months ago when you started going on it. And he would have also not giving you a 5-gram car and edibles and then just say, oh yeah, I care about him, here's your weed. That's a fucking lie! He writ his own lie!
I would also like to mention the fact that he not only straight up snitched, bro literally was telling lies.
Yeah, no, he just straight up lied.
He blamed me and Ethan for the reason that all of the weed and alcohol got in the house, when quite literally the only thing Ethan brought was a Zen case and a joint. Danny brought the gummies, the cart, the alcohol. He brought it all. And he somehow tried to plan that on us. And then he also did the guilt trip where he said, oh, you know, Nathan peer pressured me into smoking. I never wanted to smoke. And he would like force me and shit. You know, like, he's just such a fucking crybaby bitch, bro. I don't know how to snap. Like, I don't even want anything to fucking do with him. Yeah, he just disgusts me. Genuinely. Cause like, he's an ugly fucking guy. He's like terrible to look at. Genuinely.
Oh yeah, Nathan, you haven't seen how he fucking Nick perfected it. How Danny walks in the hallways. It's so fucking retarded now. He walks with like a fucking hunch in his head, and he like fucking stomps when he walks. It's like the funniest thing ever, bro.
Bro, Nick was telling me that I guess the other day or like 2 weeks ago, he fucking was like spraying the shit out of Danny with the spray bottle, and Danny was like about to cry because he kept spraying him with the chemical spray bottle in the room, I guess. And then he was like, okay, Danny, if you let me do it one more time, I won't do it anymore. And he's like, no, dude, please stop.
This nigga.
Oh, I am mega fried right now. Holy shit.
Is he still in the server?
Bro, last night we got Nick so fucking fried, bro.
Actually,
it wasn't even funny. So he tried blanking. He tried blanking Steven Ziyart, and Steven Ziyart doesn't blink.
Oh.
So,
dude,
so he tried blinking it, and then he was sitting over there. His eyes were completely red. They were just bloodshot red. Oh my god, he was so fried. It wasn't even funny.
Bro, this kid normally does like 2 to 3 small hits, like just GG for the night.
Yeah, he was telling us how his tolerance is terrible.
That gets him fucking it's to the point where he doesn't trust himself to drive when he's high, because of how fucking high he gets.
Bro, I remember this. Did he also tell you that alright, what the fuck are you doing? Did he also tell you that like he's also allergic to weed?
Yeah.
He told us that shit too.
Yeah. Bro, was he? Wait, did you guys have alcohol there?
No, just weed and buzz.
Yeah, no, you need to be around Nick when he's drunk. He's such a magnificent creature, because he will go to any means possible to convince you he is not drunk.
Any means.
I mean, any means possible. You say, you're fucking drunk, Nick. He'll go, I'm not fucking drunk. I'll make him do all the field sobriety tests. He'll fail all of them and somehow still say, I'm not drunk. I'll do the eye thing. He starts moving his head to follow it. He tries to do the steps, falls over like 5 fucking times.
Yo.
So bad, bro. And then the other time, when we went to Bella's that one time, after he left her house, he couldn't walk more than 5 feet without fucking face plummeting into the ground, in the concrete.
Jesus
He
Christ.
was so fucked up, bro. Like, he's a mythical creature when he's drunk, bro.
You can close my door, that's fine.
That's my spirit animal.
Alright.
Is Nick when he's drunk. Oh wait, hold on.
I never want to be around Danny when he's drunk. That sounds like...
Oh my god, you don't.
That just... From what you've said about him, that just sounds like straight hell.
Alright, boys, what do we think about the fit? Blue tee?
Blue? That looks white.
I got the full fit. These nice ass pants. We got the white shoes.
Khakis. Are those khakis?
No, they're not even khakis. These are what's it called? What does it start? It starts with an L. Listerine, I think.
Listerine. Okay.
It's a certain material that it is, but it's pretty much, I can't even explain it. It's kind of like jeans, but if they were not, it's like jeans if they were sweatpants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd fuck with that, low key. Those sound comfy.
They're kind of like sand dune shit, kind of.
Yeah, I fuck with them.
But I have
that and a zip-up hoodie. That will go tough.
Yeah. Hey, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I low-key fuck with this more than wearing what I normally wear, which is just nothing good, yo. I like it. Also, we got a haircut the other day.
Ooh,
it's shorter now. It's shorter now. It's actually no, I low-key didn't shower today, but oh yeah, I also want to inform you guys, I didn't sleep last night.
You didn't sleep?
I pulled an all-nighter, so I haven't.
Yeah, I do those too.
I haven't slept since 8 a.m. on Friday. So that's more than 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Oh, 36 hours.
Your sleep schedule.
Oh, yeah. I was counting the hours. So yeah, 36 hours of no sleep.
36 hours in no sleep.
And you know
That
what's been
is-
keeping me up?
What?
These,
Yo.
that, and that right now. But dude, I'm not gonna lie. The crazy thing, I haven't been tired at all.
You're not
once.
tired?
Not at all. I'm not sleep deprived at all. I'm so energetic.
What's it called? Insomnia? You might have insomnia.
It's also probably all the nicotine. It's
Yeah,
like,
your body's gonna get to a point where it's gonna crash, and then you're gonna fucking coma.
No, but I'm actually gonna go to sleep tonight.
Try to?
No, I think I don't. I'm not gonna. Well, I don't know, because me and my stepbrother were thinking about going to Wawa. Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to tell you guys a fucking story about last night. Oh, my God.
Okay.
So, I pulled the all-nighter, right? And at 4 a.m. I went to go to Wawa. It was a 28-minute walk from where I'm at. And I'm, like, nearing the end, like, the final 5 minutes. And the last, like, 10 minutes of the walk is just this long-ass straight shot road. It's a 35 mile per hour. That's kind of important for what comes up. And on the left side, I'm walking on the left side since I don't want to walk with cars coming behind me, obviously. And on the left side, there's houses with mailboxes. So I'm walking. I hear this noise from behind me. I don't even turn back. I just see this fucking car whip, bro. 65 miles an hour. Fucking whip past me. Swerve. They swerved right next to a fucking mailbox 20 feet in front of me. Didn't put the car in park. So I genuinely thought I was about to get fucking jumped. And by the way, I didn't stop walking. So I was actively thinking in my head, am I about to get jumped? And I'm just still walking towards it.
And you're still walking towards it.
And there's like 20, the car was 20 feet in front of me. And then this fucker throws a rolled up newspaper with the tied by a rubber band, tosses it into the mailbox, and he's off. And he was driving a fucking Honda.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm not
sorry,
gonna
I
lie,
mean,
Nasa, there's definitely drugs in that fucking newspaper.
Yes. I literally, like, I watched a drug deal happen last night.
That newspaper is laced with fent. Like, there's fent all over that newspaper.
This guy's doing acid lab delivery missions IRL, bro.
Acid. He said that's doing acid lab delivery.
Bro, well, he's fucking cheating. He's not on the delivery bike.
He's not on the delivery bike, number one.
Oh, bro,
And two, he's not getting griefed.
Bro, I'm so pissed that I got locked out of my fucking Rockstar. That shit pissed me off so much.
You should have griefed him, bro. You should have griefed him IRL.
Fuck no, bro. I had no weapons on me and I was incapacitated. Oh, you're saying rob the newspaper? Fuck no.
Who gonna stop you?
I don't know.
I don't know, probably get hunted down by the
No,
cartel.
because here's the thing. I know that was an order, right? Somebody ordered that, if that was a drug deal, correct? Which means it's going to probably have a good amount of fucking shit. Are you following where this goes? This means that I'm going to not stop using those drugs until they are all gone.
Exactly.
And you're probably going to be
Not
hunted
what we
down by a
want.
cartel.
Not what we want. Not what we want. We're trying to sober up here, people. Hey, I might be high right now, but I was 14 days sober.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's good.
I was 14 days because I realized, one, I was smoking way too much, and I'm gonna start smoking in moderation. And I've learned some very valuable lessons. For example, I learned a lesson today. I got really fucking baked this morning. And we had, the reason why I pulled the all-nighter in the first place is because we had to go to my stepbrother's lacrosse game at 7:30 in the fucking morning. So I ripped a bunch of fucking carts, bro. And then I'm sitting in the car and I realized like I'm way too high to have conversation right now. And then like I was there for the whole time at the lacrosse game, I was like low-key geeking the fuck out. Not like bad, but like I was younger.
Oh, you're talking about like the little jet you play Apex with?
No, that's my half brother. Oh. This is at my dad's house. He's 13.
Oh.
And he's a fire lacrosse player. Bro, he had a 1.0 KD tonight. That means played 2 games and got a golden boot. Nah, bro, but his fucking dude. So like, how that shit was working, bro, is they had like one, like the main coach and like the assistant coach, and like one of the kids' fucking dads was just like being a like supporting coach, bro, but he was crashing the fuck out, bro. It was the funniest shit ever. He'd be like, Rugby, behind you! God, this it! And just start fucking screaming that shit, bro. And a young ass little kid, bro.
Nathan, you saw how we were getting Isaiah? Isaiah wants to jump Danny? Okay, good.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you guys want to jump him now, like, hey, as long as it's not for my reasons, it can be for my reasons, honestly, I don't really fucking care. Yeah, you can beat his ass if you want, I don't really fucking care.
You know, he said he would beat my ass to my girlfriend, but he was standing about 10 feet away from me and could have come say it to my fucking face, like a pussy.
Bro, Danny, okay, Colin, you remember when I had him in a chokehold in under 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, no. Here's what we're doing, Nathan. Let's turn on the LEDs here.
I need a dark blue. It's gonna be
blue.
The red. You gotta crash out.
It's already on red. To your one. So here's what we're gonna do. We're right here, right? And Danny decides that he's going to try and tackle. Oh, okay.
That wolf.
So Danny's here. He decides he wants to go in for a tackle, right? He goes in for a tackle. Boom! Right there, right? Boom! Right to his fucking skull. Oh, I gotta close my door real quick. Hold up. And then we got him here, we're just boom, and then we're taking a step over and we're fucking elbowing over his goddamn head. He's getting knocked the fuck out. And then I'm gonna have Steven come up behind him and suplex his ass just so he can be fucking dead. And then I'm gonna get Isaiah to sit on his chest.
He's gonna pull out this pink penis that Alabama will throw up.
You don't need to do all that first steps. Just have Isaiah sit on him.
Yeah, no, look, you just have Isaiah run at him. That's the fucking gorilla.
I found out why Allie threw up on Isaiah's dick.
Why?
Bro, so she told me that she was drunk as fuck when it happened.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, he pulled that shit out. And she said, 1, it was small as fuck. Then she said, 2, that when she tasted it and smelled it, it was so bad that she threw up.
Oh,
Bro doesn't wash his dick.
I don't know how to think about that.
Bro, what do you mean he doesn't wash his dick? Of course he doesn't. He can't reach it.
Hey, I was tapping his buzz the other day, so it doesn't matter.
Oh shit, he lets you tap his buzz now?
Yeah.
He's spreading.
Damn. Bro, why am I not in school still? Why?
Bro, I've become such a Nick fiend, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, Steven and Tyler were like warning me. Bro, they were trying to limit your Nick feed.
Yeah, that shit don't work. That shit don't work.
I was saying, like, no, you just gotta let the man enjoy the nicotine, man. It's a very nice thing. Which, speaking of, it's Sparkington City, shall we?
Yo, too loud. I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh my god.
LEDs are going back off. Enjoying the vibe.
We got a nice home roll here. One of the ones that I rolled.
Remember when you ate your Captain Crunch and smoked a cigarette at the same time?
I have that picture saved. I also found random videos in my hidden from when I some point in the 9-day bender when I got the fucking laced boof cart that Danny got me. I recorded a 27-minute video of me just talking and just chilling.
27-minute
video. And then there was another one that was supposed to be a hot box. I got like halfway there, but then my lungs were way too tough because that was later in the night.
You should have some etiquette with your cigarette smoking and hold it up like this. Have you ever seen Goblin hold it up like this?
Bro, when he was with fucking Jacob Jones, Jacob Jones also recorded a video, like a separate video, where they went right outside the park that they were smoking on in a bench, and then they just literally smoked cigarettes and just talked.
Oh yeah, bro, I saw that.
Bro, I watched that entire 4-hour documentary, bro. Or like, whole thing. Bro, that's one thing. I've been loving Goblin's videos, bro. It's like the one thing that makes me happy in life right now.
I still follow Fulcrum. I am a Fulcrum employee. Will always be. Even if he fell off.
What is the couch right now, though?
So, what do you guys think about Ryan Garcia losing to Rolly Romero?
I don't care. I didn't even watch the fight.
I do care. I didn't watch it either because I didn't know it was happening yet. And I'm not good with dates. He thought it was like the 16th.
You know, they might be, they're gonna announce Tom Aspinall versus John Jones soon.
Yeah.
Dude. If John Jones wins, bro, I swear.
I think he will. I seriously think he's winning.
I honestly think he will.
I'm almost certain. I'm honestly almost certain he's winning in that fight.
Look, Tom is good, but he's going up against the GOAT.
Tom has never fought a guy like John Jones. John Jones is quite literally like, I don't even give a fuck if it's blazing. I'd say the only person who was ever better at just overall mixed martial arts was DJ. Because Mighty Mouse is just fucking him, bro. But besides him, bro, he's like the most gifted in pretty much every martial art. Like, Tom Aspinall is just like really big, pretty fast, and hits hard.
Yeah.
That's all he has going for him. And John Jones also, I want to mention, has never been dropped in his entire career. Literally, like, has never even been hit by a punch and dropped slightly on the ground in his entire career. Like, come on, bro. Look at what he did to fucking Stipe, bro. Actually, no.
How are we feeling about the Patriots draft?
I didn't get to watch it live, but I was very happy with it. Here's my biggest takeaway. Will Campbell. After I saw that thing of him saying that he's willing to live and die or some shit on that field for Drake May, man, that's when I knew that we were winning the Super Bowl. But then we got, what's his name in the second round? Travion Henderson. I love that pick because I was originally thinking trade down, get Ashton Genty, but honestly, I'd say he's probably the second best running back in this class.
Omari and Hampton. I think Omari Hampton's second.
Debatable, I'd say. But, like, both ways. But, I mean, Mondre has been fumbling a fucking ton, and he doesn't produce crazy numbers. He produces, like, slightly above average numbers, I'd say. Not last year. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy could definitely be our star guy. So I really like them addressing the running back position more than the wide receiver position, which is what I was really scared they were going to do. I thought that they were going to overdo it with wide receiver, and really just fuck us. But no, Mike Vrabel's locked in, I guess. And Robert Kraft, I love him.
I love Howie's fucking selections, man. Jihad Campbell. He fell to 31.
Yeah.
He's a fucking unit.
Yeah.
He just
like,
got go. Eagles linebacking core somehow got better. When the Kobe Dean,
I'm gonna
Zach
be so
Bond,
serious,
Jihad
though.
Campbell.
Like, I don't know how the entire league just lets it. Like, there were literally teams that needed edge rushers.
I know. Well, he's less of an edge rusher, more of an off-ball linebacker. I mean, you saw the clip of him getting bitched by Will Campbell, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched a whole video of his highlights. Not quite the
Yeah, so he bitched Jahad Campbell at one time. But still, Jahad's very good.
Very good. And for the value you got him at, it's insane that he was still there.
And then Andrew Makuba. Holy shit, I watched his highlights. Dude fucking hits. He hits hard, dude. And he's fucking good at coverage as well.
Yeah.
Ty Robinson, absolute dog. Gonna pair great with Jalen Carter. What's his name? Mac Williams, cornerback. Dude, I wanted freaking Malachi and James Pierce Jr. I wanted either of them so bad. They fucking both got. Let's talk about the Ravens draft. Hey,
what the fuck even happened with that?
Mike Green and Malachi Starks. Their first 2 picks. Malachi Starks, the second best edge rusher in the class. Mike Green, the second best edge rusher.
Their first 2 picks?
Yeah. Their first round pick and their second round pick. Their second round was Mike Green, their first round was Malachi Starks. That is genuinely scary.
Yeah.
Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks lined up. That is just scary.
I'm gonna be real. I think that it's official. The Mahomes legacy has ended.
Officially.
I promise you, he will not be back to another Super Bowl. Or even really deep playoff contention. But I think my prediction for the Super Bowl next year is, I'm thinking either the Ravens or the Bills. Well, what did the Bills do in the offseason? They lost Matt Collins.
I remember that. Let's search up the Bills offseason.
We took him.
Because I know the Bills got Landon Dickerson.
What was their draft even like? Who did they get? Popping a Jolly Rancher, yeah. Oh, give me a blue one.
Okay. They got who was it? Maxwell Harrison, the quarterback from Kentucky. TJ Sanders, defensive tackle from South Carolina. Landon Jackson, defensive end from Arkansas. Defensive tackle, Deion Walker from Kentucky. Defensive back, Jordan Hancock from Ohio State. And a tackle, Chase Lunt from UConn. And that was their draft. Oh, and Caden Prather, a wide receiver from Maryland. Let's see their off-season signings.
I'm thinking of what teams got like a lot better on the NFC side.
Joey Bosa went to the Bills. Remember that?
Oh. Okay. I really like that.
DeMar Hamlin got re-signed.
I don't like that. I actually don't like that. Division rival. I think the Ravens are gonna go to the Super Bowl next year.
I think the Ravens are gonna go. And my glorious Eagles are going back to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm trying to think of, is like what NFC teams are even going to really contend next year. Rams.